Disclaimer, you can like this album if you want. These are all just my opinions. You can enjoy this record if you want to. I can't stop you. I have made so many videos about Green Day, and I talk about why Father of All is bad in nearly every single one.
As we'll find out in a little bit.
Yeah, Father of All blows, okay. The Sugar Goof is decent, but that's it. That's the only good song on the album. It's Rage Bait. Graffitia is their greatest song. Just 100% no. I really like Father of All Motherfuckers. It's one of my favorite albums of theirs. Then dear God help your ears, man. Jesus Christ. I won't be discussing why this album was so absolutely terrible, because we all know why. It's pretty much a cliche at this point to call Father of All bad. Father of All Motherfuckers is the most miserable experience I've ever had with a music album. I was seriously considering a 0 out of 10 for this album. I've been wanting to do a full analysis about why this album is as horrifically terrible as it is for a while now. And well, now I've finally got around to making it. So, a little backstory. In 2020, Green Day released their 13th studio album, which for some reason was unironically called Father of All Motherfuckers, and it might just be one of the worst albums ever made. Now, I know that's a pretty basic take, but I don't think you truly understand the true earth-shattering awfulness that these 26 minutes entail. So fuck it. Why don't I go through each track one by one and explain in about as much detail as I can about why this album is as terrible as it is. It can't be that bad, right? Yeah, so this was a bad idea. Don't ever do this. So before we talk about the album, let's begin with the most important part of any album. The album cover. In my opinion, the album cover is the most important part of a music album. Besides the actual music, of course. Back in the day, you couldn't just look up a review of an album on Google or something. No, back in the day, all you had to go off of was the album cover. And maybe some magazine reviews, but who actually read those? The album cover should invite the viewer in. It should make the listener want to listen to the album. And it should improve the experience, or even make the experience to begin with. Some album covers are good, you know, your Dark Side of the Moons, your Thrillers, your Blue Albums. And then you have the ones that just stick with you because of how strange they are. Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water, Certified Lover Boy, Ratitude. And then, at the very bottom, we have the album covers that are so horrifically bad that it makes the album worse by just how it looks. And Father of All's album cover is one of these. Oh god, this is ugly as fuck. What were they thinking with this album cover? It's so ugly looking. All this is just the cover for American Idiot, zoomed in with the album name scratched over the arm, with some unreadable white text in the background, and this little unicorn dude who appears to be throwing up a rainbow over the word motherfucker. Probably so the Facebook mums don't get pissed at the band for including the word motherfucker in an album title. And well, I don't like this album cover. It is ugly. Absolutely terrible. But I can't really explain why. Maybe it's the fact they vandalized the cover art of a much better album for this one because they can't think of anything on their own. Maybe it's the hideous logo that looks like it was drawn by a toddler with ketchup or MS Paint. Maybe it's the unicorn which looks like it was added at the last minute and does not fit the quote-unquote aesthetic of this album cover at all. Maybe it's the way you're dressed. I'm not entirely sure why this artwork offends me to such a degree, but it sure does. Okay. Now, let's compare this to another Green Day album cover. Say, Dookie, for example. Man, just look at this. It's so stylish and colourful. It's like I'm looking at a Where's Wally page. There's so many references and little gags that invites the viewer in to look deeper. It might not do a good job summarising what the album is like, but it sure as hell looks cool. Plus, the giant mushroom cloud with the big bold Green Day lettering is incredibly iconic. If there's one thing people could remember for this album cover, it's either the monkey at the bottom left or that mushroom cloud. Put this shit on my wall. This? Well, I guess the unicorn is something to remember, if only it looked good or fit into the aesthetic. Also, the advertising for this album is garbage too. Remember this billboard? 100% pure uncut rock? No Swedish songwriters? Oh boy. Oh yeah, one more thing. I'm gonna add this little CinemaSins dinger every time I say the word bad, so look out for that. I'm basically stalling for time at this point because I don't want to talk about the album. Let's get this over with. Well, I can definitely say the opening track is a song that exists. It's not very good. but the song does happen to do one thing right. It perfectly sets up the album's style and does a great job preparing you for the abysmal experience you're about to endure. So, where do I begin? How about the instrumentation? It's not very good either. The instruments sound really overblown and overproduced. It's like listening to plastic coated in glitter. And then the vocals start and is that a falsetto? In a Green Day song? What? Yeah, they went there. Billie Joe's voice is one of the most recognisable attributes of Green Day's music. A distinctive whine is what is part of why those songs sounded so good in the first place. Here, it actually makes the music worse. This already sounds horrible, and somehow it gets worse. So, the lyrics. Well, what is the song even about? Well, let's look at the opening lines. Okay, I'm confused. Is he talking about waking up to the smell of fire? I guess he is. Or perhaps it's a meta-commentary about waking up and feeling happy and immediately feeling dread because of the media? Not a fucking clue. I'm obsessed with the poison in us. What a mess, 'cause there's no one to trust. Alright, I'm even more confused than I already was. I think he's referring to an abusive relationship, or more broadly, society itself being poisoned. Is this just one big commentary on politics wrapped in clap samples? I'm not sure. I would attempt analysing the rest of the song, but I can't figure out what he's trying to say. My best theory is that Father of All is a song about the corruption of society and capitalism and how it affects someone's life. And to be honest, I'm not even certain that is what the song is about, because I really can't find any more meaning in these lyrics. I would comment about how the instrumentation sounds like that of a Toyota commercial, but that's basically a cliche at this point. I'd be repeating myself if I went to any more depth with this. My final score is a 2 out of 10. Absolutely awful opener. So, Fire Ready Aim is one of the shortest songs on the album, at just 1 minute 52 seconds in length, which is actually a blessing because this is probably just as, if not worse, than the last track. This track features the same overproduced, glum-infused, glittery sound as the last song, but with even more clap samples. One thing I can say about this song is that it sounds a little more like a Green Day song with a guitar, but that doesn't really mean much. Also, the lyrics are just as nonsensical as before. Not that I have a problem with nonsensical lyrics. Oasis is full of them, and I still adore most of their songs. But the difference is, Oasis made songs that actually sounded good, and didn't make me want to shove screwdrivers down my ear canal. This does the opposite. From the title, I thought this was going to be a spiritual successor to Bang Bang from Revolution Radio, a song that tackles the issues of mass shootings and gun crime in America, and it sort of does that, I think. Is this a commentary on animal abuse? Like, if you kick a dog, then some cop will arrest you? Or is it like a dog whistle or something? I don't know, man, I'm starting to lose my mind. If the previous song sounded like car commercial music, then this one sounds like shitty EDM that you would hear at a rave or some crappy pop festival. Just unenjoyable slop. Thank God this song is under 2 minutes long. I don't want to spend any more time talking about this song or listening to it. My final score for this song is a 1.5 out of 10. Straight up abysmal. Also, isn't the saying meant to be ready, aim, fire? This album is so bad that it can't even get its own grammar correct.
Hi, it's Trey Cool from Green Day, and I'm going to show you guys how to play our new song called Oh Yeah.
Oh yeah? More like, oh no? Yeah, laugh. Super funny guy over here. Yep, aren't we laughing so hard right now? Anyway, this is probably the best song so far. I still don't enjoy it at all, but it is very slightly better than the previous two. Perhaps this is a sign that the album is starting to be anything besides absolutely horrifically bad. I'm just trying to cope at this point. Oh Yeah is a bad song, but it isn't as bad as the other two. Why, you ask? It's the lyrics. The lyrics are still pretty bad, but they're better since I can actually understand what Billy is saying to some extent. That's clear cut. He's 100% saying that he feels like an outcast or that he doesn't fit in. This song is basically just Minority but shitty. Really though, I cannot be bothered trying to get meaning out of any of these lyrics because they just sound really cringe. I hate saying that word unironically to describe something, but this is perfect for it. I don't really have much more to say aside from the fact that the title is false advertising, because you will not be saying oh yeah by the end of this. Feeling a strong 2 on this one. Best track so far, but it's still abysmal. Oh, come on! It was just getting marginally better and you hit us with this atrocity? Meet Me on the Roof is one of the worst Green Day songs ever. The best way I could possibly describe this song is that it's Kevin MacLeod but without the charm. Fuck it, let me show you exactly what I mean. Hello everyone, today we're going to be unboxing the new Green Day album that just came out. It's called Father of All Motherfuckers. It came out a while ago, today we're going to be unboxing it. Oh, this disc looks cool. Same with this, I like the aesthetic of this. There's only 10 songs on it. I wonder why. Turn around to the back. That looks pretty cool. This is a love song, I think. I think it's about some dude in school who wants people to meet him on the roof for a party or something, if the music video is anything to go off of. I mean, this song has by far the most annoying and earwormy chorus out of the entire album. You haven't felt true agony until you've been stuck humming the song's chorus to yourself on the bus for 2 weeks straight. It sucks. This song sounds like a mix of Weezer's Black Album, Kevin MacLeod, and Jet 2 Holiday's commercial music.
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
I physically cannot go about this song any longer. It is the absolute lowest of the low. An absolutely insulting experience that makes this already bad album even worse by existing. 0 out of 10. I have literally no idea why, but this used to be my favourite Father of All song. I now regret my decision because holy shit is this song terrible. I Was a Teenager, fucking that title, is a song about a teenager starting a drug addiction, I think. I know I sound like a broken record right now, but most of the lyrics in these songs are really vague and I'm having trouble deciphering meaning from them right now, which also means I need to listen to these songs multiple times to decipher any meaning out of them. Yay! This is also the longest song on Father of All at 3 minutes 44 minutes in length, which is pretty short even by Green Day standards. Did I mention this album is only 26 minutes long? Yeah, 26 minutes. Anyway, I do like one aspect of this song, and that's the bass line. Mike's bass line in this song is actually really good, and it's got a nice groove to it, which I can definitely say about Graffitia, which is a song we'll get to later. What else is there to even say about this song? It is draining to listen to and incredibly boring despite only being 4 minutes long. Also, like the title, what the fuck does being a teenager mean? You mean like that one SpongeBob episode where he turns into a snail? No idea. Feeling a 1.5 out of 10 on this song. Have you ever wanted to hear an old-timey rock and roll song compressed to hell and back and coated with synth while an old man with auto-tune screams down the mic at the top of his voice? Well, this is the song for you. This song is actually alright. I'm serious. Stab You in the Heart is a bad song for sure, but it isn't as bad as the others. I actually do like this one to some extent. It's so batshit insane with the chorus and its overall feel that I can sort of get a kick out of this song. Now, if only the guitars didn't sound so artificial and compressed, then I would actually like this song a little more. Man, what could have been? I think from the title and some of the lyrics that this song is about losing your shit and going on a rampage and stabbing people in the heart. Okay, cool. Best song so far. It's actually moderately catchy, to be honest. It's not good, dear God, but it's mildly enjoyable. My final score for Stab You in the Heart is 3 out of 10. Oh boy, another shitty one. No, wait. Hey, this is actually good? I'm serious, Sugar Youth is actually really good. 101% the best song on the album, because in my opinion, this song is great. The chorus is catchy, the main riff drives the song along in such a great way, and overall, it's just really solid. If I had one problem with this song, it would be the length. The song is way too short. This song is only 2 seconds longer than Fire Ready Aim, only 1 minute 54 seconds. And also, I know this technically isn't stealing, but the line, "I've got a fever, non-believer," is directly lifted from the 21st Century Breakdown song Peacemaker.
Well, I got a fever, a non-believer. I've got a fever, non-believer.
I guess it's not stealing if you steal from yourself. Aside from that, this song is amazing, and it feels so sad to have it stuck on this absolute embarrassment of an album. Feeling a 6 out of 10 on this. It's really good. Well, just when you thought this album might start getting at least halfway decent, the light at the end of the tunnel that was made with Sugar Youth has now been tunneled over. there is only darkness and despair. Junkies on a High is boring. It's a bit like a stoner anthem, and it sure feels like being high. This song is more dopey and slow-paced than before, as if one dopey and slow-paced song wasn't enough, and I'd argue this one is even worse. There's just nothing to analyse here. I have nothing to say, otherwise I'd be repeating myself. 0.5 out of 10. This one is batshit insane in every sense of the word, and I sort of like it. Is this Stockholm Syndrome kicking in? This song, unlike the other songs which appear to be taking themselves way too seriously for what they actually are, this one on the other hand knows it's insanely stupid and embraces it. I mean, if you want concrete proof that this song is nuts, take one of the final lines of the song for example.
So you can take a walk or you can suck my cock. Take the money and cry.
Billy Joe thought that was good enough to the point where he made it a lyric in the song. I actually can't take this anymore. One thing I can say about the song is the guitar work. It is really compressed as hell, but I kind of dig it. Though I am 100% betting that the waveforms for it on the mixing station looked like literal blocks. Aside from the odd lyrical choices and the really overproduced production, the song is okay. 4 out of 10. Oh, you don't like Father of All? Try Graffitia, it's really good. No, it isn't. The song sucks. Now, the song isn't all bad. I do like a few aspects of it, such as the bass line. If you were paying attention 5 minutes ago, I said that this song and Teenage Teenager have the best bass lines on Father of All. But this song suffers from the same problem that that song did, in that the song starts off good with a groovy bass line and clap samples that don't sound that bad, but then it twists itself and dives down at a 90-degree angle once the guitars come in, and it somehow gets worse when Billy starts singing. Billy brings back the falsetto he was using in a few of the other songs here, and thankfully it isn't as apparent as the other tracks. It actually sounds a bit like Billy Joe. But even then, this song is absolutely terrible, and you know what makes this even sadder? This is the song most people point to in defending Father of All. All they say is, oh, Graffitia is super underrated and the best Father of All song, you just don't get it. Like, no I don't, bro. There's nothing to get with this song. I guess I can compliment the verses, they're quite sentimental sounding and sort of good, but then the chorus starts and it all goes to shit. Also, personal memory with the song, for some reason I got this song confused with The Forgotten, the closer from Trey. Why? I guess it was the Are We the Last Forgotten part that made me think of it. I have no clue how I thought a trilogy song was in Father of All, but okay. But does Graffitia work as a closer? I'd say so. It has the same style and overall vibe of the rest of Father of All, and to me this does feel like a good closing song. But that doesn't mean it's a good song in general. My final score for Graffitia is 2.5 out of 10. Well, that was absolutely horrendous. I'm not kidding when I say that Father of All is genuinely one of the worst albums I've ever listened to. This album is complete pain and misery from start to finish, an absolute travesty considering this is Green Day. Green Day! The people who made American Idiot and Dookie made this impossible. I refuse to believe that there was any goodwill that went into making this absolute embarrassment of a music album. It is completely irredeemable in every sense of the word. And please, fucking spare me on the "it's not that bad, you're over-exaggerating" comments. I don't give two shits about what you think of this album. You can like it if you want, there's nothing wrong with liking something everyone else hates. But please don't come and tell me I'm wrong just because I don't agree with what you say. If you're doing that, then you're the problem here. Father of All is a truly vile, obscene, and dreadful experience that I never want to hear again. You really have to get on my bad side to be a 1 out of 10. but this album did it. The only reason why I'm not giving this a 0 out of 10 is because Sugar Youth makes the album slightly better by existing. But even then, one good song accompanied by 9 awful ones is not enough to create an appealing album. And I cannot stress this enough, if you unironically like Father of All for any reason, whether it's nostalgia or the batshit insane writing, or maybe because you think it's catchy, that is okay. You can like this album if you want. There is nothing stopping me from you liking this album, on a personal level. And don't feel like an idiot just because of my review. As the saying goes, don't hate the player, hate the game. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna throw Dookie on to cope. Bye.